We are back for round two of Gudra Rain. The last live was a hit. Everybody who saw that, just it was a blast, man. It was a blast to play, and I'm sure, or hopefully, it was a blast to watch as well. Funnily enough, Gudra and probably what did work? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. So we just hit the 1600s, and we're continuing to climb. Now, if you're newer to the channel, um, the goal of this series is we build teams with sets that you guys suggest or mons that you guys suggest. Sometimes sets as well. We build teams with them, and then we ladder up to the top. Right. So we started from the bottom, more or less. I think I started from what 1200. Uh, and laddered. We're laddered all the way up. So we managed to gain on what? Where are we at now? Did we decay? 1606. I don't know if we decayed because sometimes it'll show the points, but you decayed anyway. I think once you hit 1700, you start decaying, or I don't remember what the decay number is. But looking at my opponent's team, I really like the look of a young Gudra in the Rain here. Coverage wise, that's something super effective. Well, not super effective for this, but this is not switching in on my Hydro Pumps, so that's not a counter. Pelipper, offensively, defensively, Pelipper is decent. It's alright. It's really just there for the rain. Curse Garganical is a devastating monstrosity, but for it to devastate, I'll need to discover what the Corviknight set is. If it's sub bulk up, then it would be an issue. I need to get rid of Sandy Shock so that it can't Thunderbolt me, right? Because that's the only thing he has a super effective move with. Iron Jugulus, upon clicking Hurricane, knows no solution. No one takes that. Great Tusk's core purpose is going to be to guard against the Roaring Moon. Scizor could sweep, but he has the Volk. But it still could. We'll see. I'll see what I can do with that. But the game plan here is to Garganical him. So ideal situation to cover for my Pelipper. I'd assume he'd try to Sandy Shocks slash Valiant. I can't. I don't want to risk Jugulus because I figured he'll shock. So what I'll do is Ice Beam first. I could Hydro, but I'm pretty sure this shit is sashed. And Gudra is actually one of the few things that could take on this shocks. Hydro would probably bring it down to the sash. If VS is, I wonder to what Toxapex. That makes sense. He has Volt Switch, which means he might not have Thunderbolts, or he just has Rocks. He doesn't have dual hazards. So this is not ideal for us. We're gonna see what he has in store. There's this. This is Black Sludge. So I don't think he has. I don't think he's wearing the you know what on any of his mons. What's his points range? 1450. Oh, this guy might be Gargable. Oh, if you went to Valiant on Garg, as the Great Blunder would say, as Blunder would say, it's not a good look. So I'm curious as to what this is. Again, lower ladder. I figured he might be CC, so he's banded CC. Some told me that might be the case, but I just wasn't 100 on that, which I don't guard very well against. So he's banded, which is better news for what's it called? So if that's banded, that means he's probably running weird stuff on everything else as well. I need to find a way for him to give me Sandy Shocks. I just don't know how. Okay, my Pelipper is and it's funny because him going for CC lets me know he doesn't expect Terra Fairy, which lets me know the level he's at. Like, it's funny, Terra Fairy alone would just eat this guy alive. It's Chilling Water, which crits, which matters actually. This is one time where Chilling Water matters. Because he might to kill my guard. Chilling Water. Assault Care one more turn. The Valiant's coming in, obviously. I don't need my rain. It's actually not not an easy game for me. Tusk. Tusk. Tusk is actually pretty good. I don't need my rain. He pivots to Sandy Shocks. I want to go hard Tusk, but he does Earth Power, anticipating that. 43%, that's nothing. I was going to say, is that, does he Volt Switch here, predicting Jugulus? It's unnecessary, though. But I guess if you're like, well, I can just Volt Switch out and anticipate. This might not even have rocks on this team. I don't know if that's, I mean, I'm a Gudra. Let me run that calc, actually. I probably should have this team imported. Sandy Shocks. If he specs, it's good and bad. Let's see. That did a 50% damn near to my Gudra. I mean, I'm not running a lot of HP. Oh, I have like two. Let's see, 100 HP. That looks around the range. Earth Power, yeah, like choice specs. Earth Power to Gudra. Oh, that's his Assault Vest. 43 to 50. No specs does nowhere near that. Yeah, should have specs. Okay, so it goes pecs, anticipating me to go to my my thingamajig. It's just gonna baneful bunker. I really have no reason to Hurricane. I'm actually in a bind here, guys. Funnily enough, isn't that funny? Gonna hurry to see what he does. He does Toxic. I didn't expect him to. Did not expect him to Toxic there. Okay, so it specs Sandy Shocks, which is actually horrible for us, but good at the same time. So it being the problem is I don't have any choice mons. I mean, any protect mons. Oh my god, this guy's weird team is actually like the perfect fit to face something like mine. How do I solve this? Corvy's gonna come in, obviously. It's not gonna enjoy it. It's not gonna enjoy the meal. Full bunker. So we're Tusk first. I need rocks. He goes Pex. It's funny I see him keep doubling around. The doubles don't really matter, but him having, like, it's funny. His literal low ladder sets are the worst. Like Toxapex does not run Chilling Water, which is a big problem right now. So what I'll have to end up doing, no, he's slower than me, so I saw Kier here. I don't know why he keeps pivoting around. What did I just have in? I had in Tusk for, okay, he was just afraid of Headlong Rush. So it goes Shocks, which, this is really good for me. If I don't want to Terra and him go to, Terra and him go for Volt Switch. Gotta make some risky plays here. I'm gonna Great Tusk. Yes, that was completely unnecessary Volt Switch, but I'm starting to get a read. This is the lower half of the ladder, you know, so I don't know what this pet coordinate has. It might be Cobra Cloak. I don't want that helmet. Okay, is it Brave Bird? Defog. Okay. Roost. Right. Okay. Offensively, my Pelipper is an issue. So what I'll end up doing is Pelly. Surf. He shouldn't go hard. He shouldn't stain, I should say. He does go hard Pex as he should. It's funny. Hydration would be great here. I didn't want my Jugulus Toxic. That's actually really not good for me. I don't know why he pivoted into Volcarona. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro's just doing all kinds of madness. But because if I wanted to wrong, let me think this through. If I go Garg and Salt Cure, what can he do? Nothing. Terra Grass. Okay. which I have a fucking Goodra in the rain, so well that does matter in the sense that he terrored this in the sense that it can boost. So what would he do? Giga Drain. So I'll go hard Jugulis. I think I can take Giga Drain plus Fire Dance because of the rain, and I'll be able to Hurricane him back. So that's like, this is actually a really big deal. Wow, if he has like some rogue Bug Buzz and doesn't have a boosting move and doesn't have a healing move, I mean he might not have a healing move outside of Giga Drain. So it goes hard Pex, which doesn't enjoy the Hurricane, which means we're staring down Goodra here. I mean, we're staring down Corviknight. So we're gonna go to Goodra and try to catch him with the Thunder. I mean, he doesn't have the best Thunder switches anyway. If I can catch him with the Thunder, or he goes hard back to Pex. If I could get the power on the Pex, that opens up a lot. But he has a very difficult team for me, which is, isn't that crazy? Like this. So yeah, I get the power on Pex. The fucking Thunder does nothing, but the power matters a lot. Wasn't that crazy? And his Volk is terrible. Like, these are things that would never be an issue otherwise. And they're just, this is insane. This is like truly difficult. Like I need him to, I need to outplay him to perfection and have him throw. Thunder 44%. I mean, I have to go back to guard. He goes back to Valiant. I mean, that was kind of obvious, but it was such a, again, this is a, I need to remember that this is a low ladder opponent in the sense that, like, the double right there was unnecessary, but I have to account for doubles like that, right? Because those are the doubles that are going to give me a shot in this. Goes for CC and it's a 2-hit KO. He might be adamant, honestly, just based on how much he's doing to me. I don't want to waste Tusk, but I don't want Pelagon either. I'm pretty sure I take 2. Yeah. If he CCs again, I'm done. If he goes, I want this gone. This would be a ridiculously bad play if you go for, I'm going to EQ. The reason I EQ'd there is if he stays in, I get the Gallade. If he goes to this, he's going to go for whatever he's going to go for anyway. I don't know why he'd U-turn ever if he does. But I could see him double switching because of how he plays. He likes to double switch a lot. Right, that's what I'm banking on. And so now he'd have to go for that fairy move. Don't think I die. Question is, do I need, I'm gonna hope Tusk survives here. The fucking fairy move. Yes, okay. This is what I'm talking about. I need choke plays like these. And Tusk has to stay alive or else he can volt switch all over me. I need choke plays like these. Because the one thing I have going for me is that when you're in the lower ladder like this, he has no concept of what like a game plan is or where he's going with the battle. He's just trying to predict me, right? And so that's what I have going for me. Because matchup wise, bro has my fucking ticket, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bro has me like beat. So we're gonna go hard Jugulis again. Got to, because otherwise. But this is my last shot. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know if I can win this, guys, which is a shame. Which is a fucking shame. It goes hard Pex. No, you turn out. You shouldn't leave the Pex in. I mean, the Pex isn't even the issue. But I guess there's no downside to Hurricaning. Like, what, I mean, you might, I mean, the ideal situation is that you went to Sandy Shocks for some reason. What I can do is maybe use Pelipper to, maybe the Volk doesn't have any healing move. Ghost Shocks. He's Earth Powering 3,000% here. I gotta take the risk. If he kills my Gojo, if he kills this, I'm in the bind. I gotta take the risk. He full switches. He got me. If I went Tusk, it's a low risk play for him, so I get it. Like, I don't think he should have gone for Earth Power, but as I said, like, I have to go for broke here. Like, I have no, he shows no item. So I'm going to go Tusk to get him to lock himself into a move I can curse on. Otherwise, he might EQ. So U-turn. So we're staring down Corviknight here. So I got to start cursing now. He's going to roost. Oh, he Brave Birded. Okay. What curse is going to do is it allows for... because it's funny, if I was Terra Fairy, man... why would I be Terra Fairy, right? So I'm still probably faster than Pex after 2 curses, which is big because the Pex probably has haze. So I'm gonna do this turn is I Salt Cure here. I wanted the Earthquake, but I can't risk him going to Volk straight on me. If he goes Sandy Shocks, I can recover on it. Okay, so he goes Hard Pex. As I said, I'm probably still faster. So, the Volk's too strong. But maybe with the curses, the Salt Cures can do enough. And he hasn't shown a recovery move, so maybe... So I'll do his recover here. He's Earth Power, it does so much. And I'm going to Terra EQ. I have to get rid of the shocks, but now I'm so low on health that anything he goes into can kill me. So I gotta like bank on him choking here. I don't know how he would. Terra Grass. I guess I can hopefully get a... I actually didn't want Corviknight in because Corviknight gets to U-turn out. And then he goes to Roaring Moon and his Dragon Claws. I need him to choke. For him to choke, he would need to go for something other than U-turn here. You need to roost. Please roost. He Brave Birds. Well, that also does it. Yeah. So I actually lost to this guy. Which doesn't shock me. From the Sandy Shocks in particular, dismantles me. If I knew it was Specs earlier, I should have checked on... well, no, because I mean I did know he was Specs based on the Gojo damage. So we actually suffer our first loss. Well, no, that's our second, I think, maybe. But we obviously lost a ton of points to that. We're 1597. But yeah, like that's the tricky thing about that part of the ladder. I could adapt it for Sandy Shocks, but the particular structure, the sets, all those things, phenomenal, and I'm really actually proud of how I played that. Probably the only thing I would have done differently is not letting Jugulus get toxic, but him being banded behind, like all these, like I was gonna say random, but you know, these sets that will not function. There's a reason he's at the range he's at. Is the very thing that can dismantle a team. Once, right? That wouldn't work twice, obviously, since I know it sets now, but the surprise factor can nab you a game in best of one. And so if that's your goal, because I actually had a guy join the academy recently and he's in that phase of, you know, the catching off guard, coming up with the gimmicks kind of sets, which is usually the case when you're new or you like the team build, right? You just want to play for fun. So thinking about this. Maybe Scarlet being here is a real issue. My Scizor might just dismantle this guy. We'll see what his Garganical is. Like as far as a Terra. If it's water, then maybe not. But like, we might just get dismantled by my Scizor. Especially if he's not. Interesting. But yeah, you know, you're in the phase where you're just trying stuff out. And you feel really cool when one of your gimmicky sets work. The problem with that is, and why they're considered gimmicks, I always overstate these for those who are watching me for the first time. It's because if it's something that works once, like let's say this Goldengo, Trick Goldengo or Choice Scarf Goldengo was very popular at one point. Why? And why is that different? I wonder if this is water absorb. So people like to run water absorb these days, I've noticed. Unaware used to be the set. And being water absorbed means that my Scizor can just set up and do its thing, and Garganical can set up and do its thing. Okay. Very well then. Surprised this has rocks. I wonder what the Gomorrah is supposed to be. Okay, let's see what is a covert. They're not covert cloak. So this guy's working out. Makes sense. I just realized I never built a Goldengo answer. I mean, this team never got to get updated because we never won. We didn't lose any games with it because again, this is the 1600s. But which is interesting because we always joke saying this is the most dangerous part of the ladder, right? And you're starting to see why, because the Mons. And if we had a solid team like this, a solid enough core with like a regular Garg, like regular Garg would have maimed the last guy, like it's just a regular team. So that wouldn't really apply to this case. But if you're using like more fun type of deal, like fun type of team, then you can easily get bodied by somebody with just some random things. EQ's gonna hurt. I went Garg last time, so interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna double switch. Gotcha. I'm pretty sure this shit is choice. I don't want my thing tricked, though. As I said, Terra Dark Scizor could be that guy. My Gudra is not necessary. Thunderbolted. Maybe he expected me to. That's fucking annoying. That's fucking annoying. This shit is choice, I'm pretty sure. That was a bad play there. That was a bad play there. Truth be told. Even if he's, yeah, even if he were to stand, because I don't know why Glamora, why he went from Scizor to Glamora. This must be Choice Scarf. Oh, it's a balloon. Help me. I skipped turns, I didn't see the balloon. So it's balloon Glamora. Okay, that's useful information to know. He's super weak to ground, so this is very interesting. The purpose of this team, right? It's like 4 ground weeks. I'm not even sure what the synergy's for, but he's learning how to build, right? Trying some things out and whatnot. So T-Spikes do matter versus only one Mon, but and it happens to be on the field, but they do matter. It goes guard, which is good for us. One that gets us. Oh wow, Terra Ghost Guard. Are we in motherfucking 2022? We're still in the beginning of the launch, bros. Bro's using fucking Terra Ghost Guard. That's insane. He's using the Terra Ghost probably. It's probably what the Iron Defense body press said. Bro is really back in motherfucking 4 months ago. Okay, very well, my friend. Very well. You shall keep your hazards. So obviously I can't switch hard in the Juggalist, which is going to beat this. But it does mean that now I have all the data I need to Scizor him. Right, he's going to try to fire move on my Scizor with Scarlet, and I'm going to take his life. with the bullet with the thief. Okay, let's go Pelipper and sack that. Not sack. It's the body. Wow. Oh, I was gonna say it's a crit. But we just need damage. Hurricane. Ghost Cloud. I actually didn't expect him to switch there. Did not expect him to switch. It goes to Quadsaya. The reason I haven't just Terra and CQ, he's not gonna switch. Even if he switches, he's like probably going to Goldango or something. The reason I haven't Terra watered and tried to sweep is because Scarlet's Flower Trick. Obviously, we can't do super well versus that. I wouldn't be shocked. Garg actually has good attack, like relatively, right? So EQ probably would kill Cloud from here, but he goes hard to his own Garg. I figured that may be an option as well, but if we were to have the Salcure off, he's obviously at a disadvantage. You're in a disadvantaged position, my friend. Unfortunately, because of my paralysis, I'd have to risk some things versus what's his face. So we're gonna get Jugulus in here, and we're gonna Jugulate. Yeah, not Hurricane. Dark Pulse isn't killing anyway. Dark Pulse is actually neutral. So Hurricane does out damage Dark Pulse. Hurricane would kill Goldango on switch because it's gonna come in on rocks. Wow, I can't believe I lost that last game. I can believe it, like from a standpoint of the team. Like I can see how, no matter how I cut that, that was gonna be a hard game. Particularly his Bandit Valiance that threw Bandit and Spec. I think any form of that Sandy Shocks is gonna be an issue, but particularly what he was rocking is a big deal, big issue. So he might live because I'm a Goodra. Nice. Look at Goodra go. Look at Goodra go. Let me see. It would be Scizor. It'd be SD. And no, it wouldn't be SD yet. Because his Garganic was still so healthy. This matchup is probably gonna happen again. That's why I'm like, but I don't want Scizor to take any damage, so that I can whatever the Bitter Blade. I don't want Rain to. If the Rain was already gone, if the rain Storage Dance, I have to take a Salcure though. I don't want to take a Salcure. How else can I skin this cat? I'll just give him the Goodra, whatever. And this allows for me to go Scizor. Now I think he may go hard Ceruledge. In which case I'll just kill it there. Okay, it goes Miar, which is better. I wanted this gone. That's the only thing stopping my Garg. My Garg. And so this is gonna do what everybody's been waiting for it to do. His whole life. Nah, actually, yeah, there's no point in me Terra Water. Oh man, look at that. Give me that! Yes, and then you're gonna get BP. Then I resist goes. Oh my god, could you write a better story? Could you write a better story? Couldn't. And so Garg he goes Goldie. You're insane. You're insane. There's no way you're taking less than 31% from this Bullet Punch, bro. I'm just coming out damn near 800 attack. That guy lost me. That guy took. This man rightfully took his point. Like lost me. This man took my points. Like I said, jam. But yeah, we're entering the most dangerous part of the ladder. If you're using less conventional stuff. because it, if you're using like, this is that lets you in a tourist, well, not really a secret, but something that players would do in tours. So back in the day, or when it's a tour versus players they don't know, not like a SPL where you have to be bought, but like tours where like OST where anybody can enter, right? So back in the day and currently less so in this meta, but because it's more offensive, quote unquote. But players would go, you know what? I don't know who this is gonna be. Let me load up this stall team, and I'm gonna stall them. And that's because players within this range cannot handle stall in most cases. They're gonna just give up in 2 turns when they can't figure out how to break it. Whereas it's a riskier gamble bringing it in versus somebody who you know is competent, right? Because they'll figure out ways. And so I said that because Garg is essentially stalling one Pokemon, and so like looking at this guy, saying, let's say I had a Terra Fairy Garg, done. I promise you, this is not Covert Cloak. I promise you, but I could be wrong. But looking at this, I think Scizor could do similarly to what it did last game. Terra Garg for sure is my best bet. The only thing I need is for this gone. So phase 1 is going to evolve Legudra. What people always going to lead Rotom every time, every day, especially versus rain. I may be faster. I am. I didn't want to Draco. Will-O-Wisps my Gudra. Okay. So Thunder did. So now he's okay. So he does have a regular Rotom. Okay, that's quite cool. What is Rotom? Azu is an issue on Switch. I don't think he'd risk going to Azu though. I like Toadscrew a lot. Like, not meaning like a Mon, but like I like that being the thing he switched in. I'm really glad I didn't Thunder because this could have been okay. It's lefties. Okay, so you try to use a Nick. Whew! Alright, so Garg is set. Garg is good to go. Garg is hungry. Garg is ready for this lunch. Now, this could be concerning. It might mean I don't get to Terra, depending on how this plays out. So I hit the Thunder, which is big. Because if he's Drum, oh, that sucks. That's whack, bro. You know he's saving this Gudra, right? Let's see. I don't even need any of the rain or anything. He's banding. Okay, so I'd have died. Doesn't matter too much whether my Gudra died there or not. Mishitting the Thunder was what mattered most. I mean, him being banded, that's like helps guard more as far as cursing and whatnot. So it's really the only thing I need to know now is what kind of Goldengo he is. So there are a couple ways we could have skinned this guy here, but I think technically could Dark Pulse here, but Hurricane is the best high value play. Sure, he has 2 resist, but there are 2 mods that we want to come in. We want Gambit a little bit lower than it is, though I could Salt Cure Curse and whatnot, but Gambit can slug, and Rotom probably gets 2 killed by Hurry, yeah. Even with the Protect. She's gonna use a 45%, yeah. Unless this is a really raw. I could Terra Fly and just guarantee the KO, but we want to preserve the Terra for Garganical so that it can take on that Azu. So here comes Legambit, and we're gonna go Heart Tusk. No questions asked. No questions asked. As now we get the opportunity to get the rocks. Why rocks, Jam? Why rocks? Well, from a value standpoint, I can EQ here, he goes Hydrate, right? Which is not the end of the world, particularly because I have his opposite at Hydreigon typically, unless he gets Dragonite, still can't boost his speed, which is the most important problem, right? And so I'd be able to Hurricane into BP, right? And, but most importantly, Scizor and Garg probably are going to finish this guy off. I don't want to get in the turn with no value whatsoever. Right, and so what we do here is give up Legudra. He may go for like a rogue surf, because he looks like a rain team that forgot the rain. So What's the Pokemon 1662? It's funny how the okay, so Draco's, yep. And we're back in the building. Draco. It's no guarantee that he's choiced. So if I go Scizor and SD, this could also be. I want to see what his Goldengo is though, which should be his initial. If not, it's going to be Azu, and I just BP kill that. Because the rain is up and he's at -2, I have some wiggle room in the off chance that he's non-choiced and has Fire Blast randomly, and that is not Life Orb. So it could be what leftovers fire move, which would lose me a lot of value, but I know it won't lose me the game. So this is why we're going this route. I could have went to Jugulis and Hurricaned, because at that point he'd either have to go to Gambit, Goldengo, or he'd sack Azu, right? And if he goes to Gambit, so it's Earth Power as his other move. So if he's not careful, I just sweep him straight up here. Because if he has Earth Power, there's no way he's running a fire move. If he does, if he is, he is. But I think it's unlikely. It's my play here. And he's gonna switch now. Okay. If he switched there, that would have been a bitch. Okay, so all that motherfucking work down the drain. But it doesn't matter anymore because I fucking misclick. God damn it! I that's a big misclick too. That's a fucking big misclick. Because I don't know what his goal. Shit! That would have done that. I would have. No. No. Okay. Fuck. That is not good. That is a non-good misclick. Particularly because I don't know what his item is. So, I don't want to risk that though. Has he terrored yet? He hasn't terrored either. Yeah, he terrored, right? What are these motherfuckers terrored, right? No, he didn't. Which is also a bad problem. Shit! Okay. I have a couple options here. I could go to... Actually, what I can do, which is pretty much a fail-safe, is go to Jugulis and Dark Pulse. To kill is Azu, and Gambit's going to take a beating from it. There's no double he can make that. In fact, Tusk might just win the game straight up now. But the only reason I'm holding back is because I don't know what his Terra is. So Jugulis could Dark Pulse sweep as well. Like if he doubles to Azu, Tusk probably knocks him out with EQ. So now he has no EQ switch in. Unless he Terra Flyings here, in which case Jugulis would be able to I want to risk them Terra Flying Swords Dancing and me getting nothing out of it. Then he does the and then after Dark Pulse, and there's gonna be Jugulis versus the last two. He'd never go hard Goldengo though. Okay, so it just sacks again. Thank God I just went for the attack. Now I'm pretty sure it's just a done deal. I don't know why. Pretty sure even with because what I'm assuming is that he's gonna watch him Terra Flying here, guys. But me being part water forces him to Shadow Ball. Yeah. So he tried to Jet. So even if it didn't knock it out there. So now we always just Earthquake. Even if he knocked us out with Shadow Ball, Jugulis would have knocked him out. Or both things we had remaining on the ouch. If he's Choice Scarf, obviously Jugulis beats it. If he was, if he wasn't, Jugulis beats it. Because it outspeeds and knocks it out. If it was, then Garganical also resists Ghost. So yeah, this we're gonna wrap up the Goodra team. I've actually debated taking it to 1700 today, though I knew it was a rocky team because I hadn't edited it, because I haven't run into anything yet that would let me know what I needed to edit. So usually what's gonna have to happen when you're running a team and you're like, you know, testing it on the ladder and whatnot, is that you're gonna play a bunch of games, and the lie is I only play a few, and I'm playing people that are running weird stuff themselves, and so you're not like I'm not gonna change the team to account for Bandit, Valiant. That's never used, right? So you want to test versus, let's say 10 games. I won't say 10 games before you make a change, but you want to get 10 games if you can go without making a change, so you can get a better understanding. Because if you just play one game and it's not something, if it's something glaringly obvious, like you just get 6-0 by Volcarona, which is something that everybody uses, okay, then make the change after the first game. But if it's like, you lost to Bandit, Skeledirge, that's not something you want to change the team around for. Because that's just a 1 in 500 battle moveset. So it's just not worth altering the team, because every alteration opens up another gap. So, so in the case with this Guja team, I think what's going to happen until I get probably to the 18-ish, maybe mid-17s, we'll see what people are up to right now there. But it's very likely I'll not change the teams very much, because it's just hard to tell what people aren't using standard teams, so it's hard for me to tell what the weaknesses would be until I start facing things that are common. And with the Gujar build, other than probably Goldengo, which funnily enough, but even then, Terra Water Garg beats Goldengo, particularly this set 1v1, because it has Earthquake, so even if it's Cobra Cloak, you beat it. But yeah, this particular team didn't struggle with that many meta Metamons. Terra Grass Volk, I haven't seen too much of, which this team does struggle with. But hopefully all that made sense. Hit the like button down below. Shout outs to whatever his name was. He put me in the bag and crumbled it, like it's destroyed me. But hopefully y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.